Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are here to chat about some of my most repurchased makeup items. Now these items are all makeup related. I can do one on skincare if you're interested, but I feel like skincare is easy for me to use up. Makeup, a little bit harder. So I pulled out some products that I have repurchased time and time again, and I thought I would share them with you. If you're new here, hello and welcome. My name is Kelly and I love all things makeup and beauty. I love talking, I love makeup, I love talking about makeup. So if you like to chat about makeup too, I hope that you will subscribe and be part of the K Bella fam. Why don't we go ahead and start chatting about some makeup. Can't hear the rain in the background, but you probably can. Also, if my lighting is a little dark, when I started filming, it was sunny, it was nice out. Now it's coming down and there's thunder. So anyway, let's start with some of the items that I have repurchased the most. First being brow products. My Anastasia Beverly Hills brow products are definitely one of the most repurchased items that I have ever purchased. Typically I use 3 products. I have my ABH Brow Wiz, which I have an unopened one in my drawer over here, the Brow Definer, both of those in the shade Caramel, and the Clear Brow Gel. I have been using these products on my brows for years and years and years. The reason why I love the ABH Brow products so much is because of the shade Caramel. I know that there are so many other brands, even more affordable brands, who are doing really great brows. I know that. The problem is, being a natural redhead and wanting something that isn't so like orange and bright, it's hard to find, and Caramel is like a perfect shade match for me. So definitely have purchased these and will continue to repurchase time and time again. There is a product that I think I have repurchased more than my brow products though, and it's my MAC Fix Plus. If you have ever caught any of my empties videos, I normally have several of these in there because this is such a multi-purpose product. I have dry skin, so I use this to set my face, not necessarily to like set the products or extend the wear or anything like that, but more so to make the powder products sink into my skin and give me an extra boost of hydration. I use this to spray my brush when I'm working with any kind of shimmer shade to create a nice pop of color here. I also will sometimes use this like before makeup as a refresher. I spray my sponge when I'm putting foundation on. There are just so many uses for this product. I know that it's expensive. I mean, I don't really know what makes it so amazing. It just is so amazing, and I've probably purchased over 50 of these. Now primers. Primer is one where I don't have a ton in my collection, so typically if I find something I like, I just keep repurchasing the same thing, and that's what happened with my Tatcha Silk Canvas. Now first I had a little mini size of the solid and I liked it. I thought it was great, but by the time I finished up my solid, they had also come out with a liquid version. I purchased that. Well, did I purchase that or did I get it in a set? The liquid version came into my collection. I thought it was just as great, and then I did actually repurchase this one. I can see in the light I'm about this far down, and when I do finish this up, I will repurchase it. I'll still purchase the smaller size, like I said, because I have so many makeup products in my collection. First of all, I love using up a makeup product. It makes me feel accomplished, so getting a larger one, I know it'll last longer, but if I get a smaller one, I know that I'm going to be able to work my way through it, and you know, then if I want to try a new primer, I can try one and still have this one on backup. But this is a great product. I don't know if I have a preference over the solid or the liquid because I've never tried them at the same time, but I liked both of them. Mascara is something that I go through fairly quickly because I typically only keep my mascaras for anywhere from like 3 to 4 months, and then I kind of rotate them out just because, you know, I don't want like any funky eye irritation, like none of that. But I do have 2 mascaras that I have purchased time and time again. One being a drugstore mascara, which is Maybelline The Rocket. I have been working with Maybelline mascaras since like back in my high school days, and I like volume. I don't necessarily look for length, I look for volume. Maybelline The Rocket gives me that huge volume that I love, and that's my drugstore version. But then at some point in time, I got my hands on the Lancome Monsieur Big mascara and fell in love with this one as well. This one, if you're not careful, it can kind of give you like clumpy spidery lashes, but I don't dislike that. It gives me so much volume. It definitely makes my lashes look more full. I will just go in with this and then a lengthening mascara after to separate, and I think it looks amazing. And for this being high end, I have purchased several. I typically look for if there's a sale going on, I'll pick one up. Sometimes it's been in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I don't necessarily pay the full $28 for it, but I mean, I definitely have in the past. Let's talk about some lip products. Now, the first is Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks. This is a liquid lipstick brand that I have purchased several from. Now, this is the shade Stone, and I have actually repurchased Stone, I think 3 times, if I'm remembering correctly. But I also have owned other shades of this. I had a little mini set and I really loved the shade Truffle. I would love to repurchase Truffle and have it in my collection again. There was also a nude shade. I just really enjoy the formula. It's super creamy. It dries down. It doesn't like sink into my fine lines and feel real cakey. And it's just an overall great liquid lipstick formula. If we're talking about bullet lipsticks, the bullet lipsticks that I've probably owned the most from are MAC Cosmetics, but specifically this shade right here in Modesty. I have owned several Modesty shades. It's one of my favorite lipsticks of all time because it's this beautiful mauve shade. It's great for every day. It's a great like go-to shade. But the thing I love about it is it's the cream sheen formula, so it's super comfortable going on, gives you a little bit more of a satin finish. And while I do typically wear mine with a lip liner, you don't have to. This is one of those lipsticks that I like to leave at work because I can apply it without looking in a mirror. If I'm going in with a liquid lipstick, I need a mirror. I need to make sure I'm like staying in the lines. I don't have liquid lipstick everywhere, but this is one where quick and easy, I can pull it out, throw it on the lips, and I'm good to go, and I really enjoy the formula. An eye primer that I have repurchased is by Fenty Beauty. It's this one here, the Pro Filter Amplifying Eye Primer. I have spoken on my channel before about how I have dry skin and eczema on my eyelids and my eyes get real irritated, but they actually haven't gotten irritated in a couple years since I started using the Fenty eye primer. I have tried everything from MAC paint pots to the Urban Decay primer potions, and just nothing worked well long enough. They would all start out okay, and then I would get dry, crusty eczema on my eyelids. That has not happened with the Fenty primer. My only downfall with this is I do like a primer like Urban Decay Eden or MAC paint pot that kind of has like a little bit of a color to it to cancel out any fine lines or veining, and this one doesn't have that. But if I have to choose eczema on my eyelid versus no eczema on my eyelid, why can I not talk? I'm gonna go with the no eczema, so I have repurchased this. Now, when we're talking about concealers, I typically try to only have one concealer in my collection at a time, although right now I currently have 3 of them. However, the one concealer that I repurchased time and time again, they don't make anymore. It was the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I loved that concealer. The concealer that I found that I love just as much that I have repurchased is the one by Pat McGrath. Now, I have the shade this is the shade L5. I'm pretty sure that I meant to get L4, but I have L5 because I think the one that I had before was L4. That's interesting. Very interesting. And I don't have the box anymore. Anyway, this concealer is one that I have repurchased, and I really enjoy it because it is lightweight and it feels creamy on the under eyes, but it also covers up any darkness that I'm having under there without being too thick and cakey. So, love this one. Now, when it comes to powder, I do not powder my whole face. I only powder underneath my eyes, sometimes my smile lines, and my forehead wrinkles. And the powder that I have repurchased the most is this one right here by Laura Mercier. It is the translucent powder. I've gone through several of these. I don't know, maybe 6 of them. Some of the smaller sizes, some of the larger sizes. I no longer think that this is my top Holy Grail favorite. I think I prefer the Hourglass a little bit more because the Hourglass Veil translucent setting powder is a little bit thinner, and this is a bit of a thicker consistency, but I have repurchased this one so many times and it's worked out well for me over the years. This last product technically isn't a makeup product, it's a tool, but it is the tool that I have repurchased the most, and I'm talking about beauty sponges. Not specifically the BK Beauty one, although that's the one that I have been purchasing lately, but I have gone through tons of beauty blenders. They typically last me around 6 months. I have tried like the Real Technique sponge. The one that I keep going back to is the BK Beauty because the beauty blender is like $20 or something like that, and the BK Beauty sponge is $12, so I can get 2 of them for the price of one. And if you're interested in trying anything from BK Beauty, you can use the code KBELLA10 to save you 10% off. But I use these beauty sponges to apply my foundation, blend in my concealer, and set my powder. Multi-purpose. I go through tons of them. So that is it. That is going to wrap up this video, my most repurchased makeup items. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. What are some makeup items that you have repurchased time and time again? Have you tried any of these? Are they your holy grail? I would love to know. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed before you go. That way I can see you in the next one.